well, I almost thought I started the video. This is Thursday. Three and a half inches of snow, and it's snowing again, and the winds come up. It's a balmy minus 15. That's like t-shirt weather for Canadians. But, it is what it is. So, let's see where we left off with you guys. Oh, it's toasty in here. Love it. Got the big boots on because I probably got to plow. Got to clean up some mess today. The old pellet stove is thumping away happily. How much did I burn overnight? Well, enough room for a bag. I'm going to kick it up a notch because I'm in here. Just because. Yeah, so today is a day of doing stuff. I'm contemplating hanging the fenders to get them out of here, just to make the room. I want to wash the motor mounts and transmission mount and related hardware because it's all gooey. I want to put the windshield wiper motor back in, but I got to test it and I got to figure out how it's wired. That'll be interesting. What else do I have to do? Pull a bumper and put parts on, take parts off. Doesn't make any sense. I need a push bar. I got to push this thing into the shed, so I need something to push with. So, oh, I see an oil filter and oil. Okay, Keith was here. Yeah, so goal is to get this thing wrapped up for now. So I can put it out, put it in the shed for storage, and then next week is get the Lincoln in here and see if I can make it run standalone in a sense. Isolate the computer from the body. Basically have it hanging out, and yeah, that's my goal anyway. If I can make it standalone, then I can just unplug it and put it in the car and plug it back in, basically. See a little rust I gotta fix here. That's nothing. That's just metal. Oh. No, it's all solid in there. I don't know why that's mangled, but we'll straighten that. I'm gonna fix this. I don't like that. I don't know why it's bubbling. So we'll see what's under there. Dwayne's gonna get me a patch that for the other side where it's bad, and I'm gonna just section it out and I'll use it on the outer and inner, and I'll use a piece to fix that little bit maybe. We'll see what's going on in there. See if I can tweak that bumper and get it straight. There's lots of little fiddly things. We have a set of frame connectors coming as well, so there will be a feature on frame connectors. Steering box, well, that's where it is for now. I think the first thing I want to do is deal with my winch. I got a plan for it, and I want to see if it works out. So I'm going to get that set up here and rigged up, and I'll show you what my plan is. Are you sitting comfortably? Then we'll begin. So, step through here. So I went on the old Amazon. Oh, excuse me. And I was looking at remote controls for winches. And lo and behold, you can get two for like 35 bucks. So you never guess what I did. Okay, you already know. So here's the plan. I'm going to put these 3 wires into this plug. This is gonna go, I'm gonna find an alligator clip. I'm gonna extend this wire about that long, so I have a ground, and it should work just fine. So the whole plan here is to grab some tools and some work. What do I want? Green one? You bet. Open this up a little bit. Those. Some screwdriver. See if these terminals fit. If not, I gotta re-terminate the wires. Stuff I don't have. They should kind of work. So basically, stuff these through here. So my winches are all wired up with these plugs on them. I'll find my cord and show you right away. So I can use a 100-foot extension cord where necessary. This way it enables me to, in a sense, get 100 feet away and still be able to winch and steer or hold something or whatever the case is. So these are not going to really work unless I put them on backwards, which will be fine. Okay, so red to the green, red, green. Come on. You know, if I had somewhere to plug this in to hold it. I may have munged the threads here, so I may not be able to do this. Let's start. Nope. Come on, you. Came out of there, you're going back in. Bitch, because the threads are pooched on the end. I just made an idiot of myself. Yeah. I wrecked something. Oh, there it goes. Yeah, it's gone. Sure that's nice and straight. And that doesn't really matter. That one's nice and tight. Not fall through there. We got a visitor. I'll be right back. Okay, well, the visitor's done, but of course me, I couldn't stop working while he was here. I was still fiddling with this. And you get the idea of using this as your common, which is the 12 volts, and then it sends 12 volts out each side with the remote. The fourth one, the black wire, I ran to ground on the battery. So there we have it. Extension cord on my winch, which is also on my trailer, which is also on my plow. It fits everything. Plug her in. Come on. There we go. And the remote. Power it on. And away it goes. I'm very pleased with this. It works well so far. I'll be doing a range test later. You'll probably see it in other videos anyway. Now the winch is another story here. You know, out of necessity to get vehicles in the shop. It was a cold -25 day, and I needed some way to drag a dead full-size Dodge 4x4 half ton in. So I'll just carry on with this for a minute. This pin, I had a storage hole for it, and I just stuff it in the back. It works just fine. I'm going to cut other tubing and put it in various places so I can use this for other things, like on my forklift, on the Coyote tractor, and I'll probably come up with lugs on the front of the tractor that I can just clip the cables on. makes it easier than trying to put a joiner on this, and then I gotta have a joiner on everything I want to use it on. So these are just 2 pieces of C-channel with long bolts, and they just clamp on there, finger tight. Like this thing just flops on here. And I pulled full-size vehicles in, because when it pulls, it starts to strain on the bolts. And I've never had an issue with it. And I pulled lots of stuff with it. That being said, I can put this on the back side if I wanted to pull something backwards, in lieu of other things that are handy. So that's that. I guess next we're going to continue on with some other antics. While he was here, he helped me pull a bumper off, so it's on the floor now. And I'm working on making the bracket to, this is my rotisserie mount. So it's going to go on the side here, well, this way, on that side. And I'll put my rotisserie mount on, then I got something solid to push against instead of a bumper. You know, I can't wreck that. So. Yeah, as long as I got clearance for this part here, just across the front, then I can nudge it in and out. 4 volts, it's out of my way when I'm pulling the engine. That was another thing, when I was pulling the engine, the bumper was kind of in my way. I needed to get a little further back, so that'll take care of that. So I'm going to move on to the next part of the project, and I'll bring you in when I got that rotisserie thing mounted. Off. One thing to add that just crossed my mind. Hooking the wires up inside, I didn't check which way was which. I just randomly wired it, because the odds being 50-50 of getting it right on the first time, it's such a lie. It's more like 90-30. So yeah, that's something I had to add anyway. I got it right first time. That's a plus. Okay, well, bumper's off. I had to hold a hunk of scrap steel to the thingamabob. Got it on, bolted, cut a little notch out to clear the sheet metal. Rotisserie front is on. So now I got something I can put my tractor bucket against and push. That's solid enough. I can pick up the front end if I have to. So that's all set up. That's ready to get her out of here. And then it's a winch post to bring it back in as well. So there we have it. That one is good to go. What's next? Clean the hoist off. Put the wheels under it. I want to move the hoist back. Actually, what I'll do, I think, is I'll put the hoist down and maybe hang the fenders. I noticed on the driver's side fender there was a bolt sticking in the fender still, and then I went over to the passenger side to see where it goes. I already knew, but that tab is missing, and I know exactly where it goes by the evidence of the weld. So I got to make a template and copy it. Don't think it's getting a square hole though. I think it'll be getting a round one. So there's that. We will keep plunking away. And yeah, see. One of these chunks might be enough. There's a hole right here. I'll check it and see if it's big enough. If not, I'll just blast a piece off of here and have at her. It's plenty thick enough. So note to self, don't put welder away yet. Okay, I'm gonna look in the bin of parts. Maybe it broke off and they stuck it in the part somewhere. So I'm gonna check that too. Okay, well, let's look outside. It's still snotting out there, that white snot. Huh. Looks nice. As long as I'm looking through a window at it, because I really don't like it. Okay, well, I'm gonna move on. So that's where we're at right now. Step one, find the piece I just put down. Oh, there it is. So that tab, I don't know if I showed you on the other side, on the firewall. It goes right here, or lived right there. I didn't even look to see if it's on the fender, so I went ahead and wasted my time maybe. So I just gotta trim that back, or maybe I'll just get rid of that goo real quick. The guru. Oh, I hate making grinding noises, but you guys don't mind. The old spot weld while I was at it. So still that notch is still too much. So I think what I'll do, why is it like that? I'm going to scrape that seam seal out and redo it. You can see it's starting to pop underneath anyway. So there we are. That's my intention anyway. And I'm pretty sure that's the same distance as the other one. We're almost in full contact, so a couple of welds and we're good to go. Would I have to shim it? No, probably not. This might screw with the gap a little bit, but I'm going to compare it to the thickness of the other one. Should be good though. Okay, well, that's been about an hour and a half of trying to build something. At least I got it. So I'm going to weld it on, and then I'm pretty much going to call it for today. I plan to get this thing out of here, but all I got to do is a couple of little things on the back there, and out she goes. So maybe this evening I'll get into some plowing. Plus I got to do something with that. I guess it goes in the car. Not what I wanted, but that'll have to be if I want this available for the weekend. So anyway, on that note, if I do something interesting tomorrow, I shall bring you back. So, thank you both for watching. And if I don't do anything, have a great weekend.